Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your March 2021 general reading. We are looking at the last 2 weeks of March, and this reading is for the fire sign of Sagittarius. Welcome everyone. I hope you're all doing well and safe wherever you're at as we're moving through another year, a better year. Still a little slow, but it's gradually getting better. I hope you're all doing well. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video, for liking, sharing, subscribing, all your support, donations, comments, feedbacks, reaching out for personal readings. It is all greatly welcome and appreciated, and may it be returned to you tenfold. So this reading is for Sagittarius for the last 2 weeks of March 2021. That's if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in Sagittarius. It's also relevant if you're cross-watching for a Sagittarian. Of course, it's a general reading, so how it resonates is going to vary. Everybody knows their own story and has their own story. But if you do find that the readings resonate with you and you would like to reach out for a personal reading, feel free to email me directly at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to hear from you. You can also get that contact info by clicking on the little arrow, clicking on the description link below. I do offer a wide variety of readings. I can usually respond with more information within the same day, and as I do readings full-time, setting up the personal reading is done in a fairly timely fashion. I'm pretty diligent at trying to work with schedules. So watch all of your signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, for additional insight and perspective. Okay, Sagittarius, let's see what the last half of March looks like for you. We begin with not a lot of clarity, perhaps. The moon, followed by the Knight of Pentacles, the Fool, followed by the Two of Wands, the Six of Swords, followed by Judgment, and from the bottom of the deck, overall energy is you, standing in your own energy. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, in command and control of all the character traits inherent to your suit, which is fire. Creative, artistic, charismatic, energetic, a go-getter, problem solver, delegator, good leader. Perhaps feeling a little restless, I'm getting. It looks like there is an opportunity for something, or you're considering maybe even creating an opportunity for something. For some of you, it might include travel of some kind, but you're not sure if you can or if you should. That might be related to COVID. Trying to make a decision to leave something that perhaps has been quite challenging, because it looks like you actually do make the decision at the end. We have the Six of Swords, which is a card of healing. It's a card of moving away from troubled, choppy waters into waters that are more serene and peaceful and placid, even though healing has its own pain as well, too. You're not quite to the other shore yet and on solid ground, but you're definitely moving towards that. But things will never be the same again, because with the Six of Swords is Judgment. It's a crossroads card. Can be a second chance card. It represents being at a crossroads, and the decisions you make will be irreversible. There's an air of finality to Judgment. Whatever path you choose to take will irrevocably change something. Even if you came back, like say it was to travel somewhere, it won't be the same when you come back. It might be trouble for some of you, because there's cards here that imply movement. The Fool, getting ready to go on a new journey. The Knight of Pentacles, knights are movers and shakers. The Six of Swords can sometimes represent physically moving away from a situation that's difficult in order for the healing process. There's just a lack of clarity about it, whether you should do it, how you should do it, or whether you should do it now. It might actually just be about taking a trip, or it might be leaving or moving, and you might be leaving somebody behind, and therein is a bit of a struggle too, trying to decide if this is too risky or not. I mean, we do have the Fool here, which is starting off on a brand new journey, but it's also the unknown. It's about stepping off the beaten path, because the Fool is a trailblazer. He doesn't go on journeys he's already been on before, which stepping into the unknown and trusting that it's the right thing. It can be a card of something being risky, unpredictable. And underneath that is the Two of Wands, trying to make up your mind as to whether to go or which way to go or how to go or when to go. You know, is this safe? Is this going to be risky? Should I do it? Should I not do it? Again, it could be just about the physical travel aspects, you know, just considering everything we've all been through and are still going through because of the pandemic. It could be a combination of that, but it could also be because I'm getting kind of a personal element in here too, in terms of somebody, if you left, there would be somebody behind you. For some of you, this might not have anything to do with relationship. It might be work, career, or project related. Because we did start with the moon, which can represent maybe feeling kind of some intuitive or spiritual stirrings deep down, but again, being kind of unclear because the moon is a shadowy kind of light. There's, you know, shadows and hidden corners and nooks, and you don't know what's in there, you know. And underneath that is the Knight of Pentacles. Knights usually represent offers and opportunities. This is a little slower moving one, but he's governed by the element of earth. This is a card that can come up for practical options or opportunities like a job or a job offer. For some of you, it might be maybe you're considering leaving a job or a company that's a good, stable one. Maybe for a new job, a new company, or even a whole new career path. And there's an element of risk in there, maybe even a high element of risk, and you're wondering, should I do it? Let's clarify a few things. Let's clarify the Knight of Pentacles. Maybe you're just wondering if the timing to do this is not quite right. The Moon, Justice, the Eight of Swords. Maybe you're wondering, so the Moon twice, so really unclear as to if you should, if you can, is it the right thing to do? Is it the fair thing to do? And feeling kind of trapped or bound by it. For some of you, it might be bound by, I want to go to this place, but, you know, they're saying it's not safe, and I feel kind of chained up here, and it's just not clear if I should or how. Now, in any other situation, it might be, is this the right thing to do? Is this the moral or ethical thing to do? There is here with Judgment, I feel like if you make the decision to go, Sagittarius, or whatever decision you make, that's this Six of Swords, healing and moving away, that decision to do that changes something irrevocably. I'm feeling that quite strongly. And that might be good and that might be difficult. I mean, everybody's got their own story in a general reading. Let's clarify the Fool. New beginnings, new journeys, unpredictable, a little risky. The Eight of Cups. Do I leave? Do I turn my back? Do I walk away? There is an implication here that what you're turning your back on has just not been all that fulfilling. Eight of Pentacles. It might be work. Might be a job or project. It might just be putting the work into leaving, making the plans. The Nine of Cups for wish fulfillment. Yeah, it's interesting because it's taking a new journey to leave the Eight of Cups because they're not quite what you want, in order to find the Nine of Cups, which is what you want, wish fulfillment. So for some of you, it might be job, work, project. It might be leaving behind something that you have invested already a significant amount in. Again, all this decision-making energy. Let's clarify the Six of Swords. To me, Sagittarius, it looks like many of you make the decision to do the thing which takes you away from whatever it is that's been difficult or challenging for you. But let's see. Six of Swords. Well, you've had some jumpers today. Strength, facing your fears, doubts, insecurities, looking things head on. Death, final endings, or complete transformations. Two of Cups, soulmates, best friends, kindred spirits. You might be leaving somebody behind. And even if the change isn't isn't, or the leaving isn't permanent. What gets changed by you leaving is irrevocable, and there's a relationship central here, whether it's a love romance, kindred spirit, or whether it's just like a best friend, kindred spirit without the romantic element. Something changes forever here. Strange, but I'm really getting that. So always with this kind of energy, Sagittarius, a bit careful thought. You need to consider what might be irrevocably or irreversibly changed, and in making the decision to go to do the thing, you need to accept that that would be possible, and you need to accept that. So it almost sounds a little ominous, but I'm getting this kind of profound sort of thing from it. Clarified judgment. Judgment is a profound major arcana card too. You know, it's at which point you'll be called to answer for yourself, and whatever happens moving forward, whatever is chosen, is irreversible. You know, you probably won't have another chance at this, because a judgment can represent second chances, but they also represent final chances too. So I guess for some of you it might mean taking a second and final chance to heal a relationship, but it feels more like leaving somebody behind. Even if you say it's temporary, it really kind of closes one door for good. Depends on what your story is. Ace of Swords. And the World, the final major arcana card in the tarot, which is interesting because we have the Fool, who's the first. He's the 0. All the cards after the Fool are about the Fool's journey through a specific part of his life journey. It's us, you know, we're the Fool. I mean, that's like synonymous for us. Until that we get to the very last major arcana card, which is just the World, where it's completion. You've crested the top of that really high mountain. You're graduating, and you're moving forward into a whole different horizon. So the final advice card is the 7 of Pentacles, Sagittarius. So yeah, it's neither a yes nor a no in terms of advice. This is a card of consideration and taking stock and taking inventory. We did have this sort of message coming through here with the Fool card as to, you know, the 8 of Pentacles. Whether it's work or something else, this is a situation which you've invested a fair amount into, enough to reach 8 Pentacles now. And it might be that what you're doing is risking what you've put into this relationship or this thing, situation. And your advice is the 7 of Pentacles, which is a card to take a look at what you've invested, take inventory of it, and make decisions based on that. Because it feels like, which means that for some of you, you're going to do the thing, and for others of you, you're not. It feels like whatever you're considering doing, Sagittarius, has an element of risk, and that risk might be to a relationship. I feel like if you decide to do it, to do the thing, or to leave, even if it's temporary, you're leaving someone behind in order to do it, I feel like it's going to cost you in that relationship, or the job, or the situation, or whatever. Now, having said that, it might be a cost that you're willing to pay because of whatever it is you're doing. You feel it's justified. Just know that your choice will probably have some kind of permanent effect on the situation or the relationship, and you need to look at it head on and say, okay, I'm accepting that this might be the possible consequence, in order for you to kind of do this with your eyes open, is all I'm getting. So for some of you, you're going to say yes, it's worth it, and for others of you, you're going to say no, it's not worth it, at least not right now. So Sagittarius, that is your reading for the last 2 weeks of March. I hope it wasn't too confusing. I hope that it was helpful and useful to you. Again, if you are interested in taking a deeper look at something, you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, email me directly at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to hear from you. You can also get that contact information by clicking on the description link below. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the April general readings. Until then, stay safe and well, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.